I'm doing this video today to give a demonstration of what grief is like, and I'm talking about the sort of grief that is deep within your soul and melts, any sort of energy that you have, and it's like a dark, deep pain that is in your heart. All three heart chakras, this one, the sacred heart chakra. It's January 16th. I'll post this. It's not January 16th. The last I saw my son was on January 16th. He's only 2. Actually, you see, I still have my Christmas tree up, and it's the end of February. I won't see him until March 3rd. Hopefully, I'm hoping, because something always happens. No one cares, and we've come to this place in our culture where we've lost touch with who we are, with our community. We have no coalition. Even our own families are split. It's like this world of divisiveness and this world of war, and I just don't understand why we're allowing our children to die, why we're allowing our children to suffer, why we're taking small babies from mothers who've done nothing wrong, and why when that mother goes in front of a judge and says, "Judge, let me see my child," that the judge goes with an attorney's opinion who's just given her money for her parties and her campaigns, and her name, and that attorney's name is listed on every single page that judge has. Let me tell you, she's one of the better ones. At least she hasn't yelled at me and said, "Shut up, bitch, sit down. You don't get to talk. You don't get to talk." That's what's been told to me in the court when I have done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong, and you take a woman's child. Why? And then not only that, the man's not even taking care of him. He's not around, and the grief that you suffer from is mind-blowing. You're like a shell of a human being. There's no love or graciousness or positivity or joy. You just are like a zombie walking around all day long under this oppressiveness, this weight that weighs down on you, and it just weighs and weighs and weighs and weighs, and you feel like you're carrying a cross on your back of weight, and you can hardly show up for your brother's birthday party. At least you're there, but you can't talk, you can't have a conversation. But even in the most good, lovely family, no one does anything. They don't say, "I'm sorry." Instead, your friends leave you, your family doesn't call, your cousins gossip about you. For what? You could say, you have a glass of wine and you don't want to drive, and suddenly you're the bad sheep. There are people out there doing cruel, wicked things, abusing children, molesting children, abandoning children, setting a child in front of the TV and using that as childcare, locking a child in a bedroom to be alone all day long in front of just a TV, not feeding it, not nourishing it, nothing. And these are the people that the children are given to and taken from good mothers. It's not just me, it's all over. I thought it was the only one. I thought, okay, there was a misunderstanding. I had a bad lawyer. I broke the rules and refused to give up my nursing baby for 2 weeks. Yeah, I did some things wrong. You take my baby away. It's like an act of civil disobedience. Well, you know what? You know why women got to vote finally? Because they were blowing up mailboxes and putting bombs in politicians' houses. I'm sorry, but I'm just done with all these lies and the confabulations and the blowing up of something that's just a normal human thing. A mother's gonna say, "This is how much milk my baby drinks." That doesn't make her difficult. What's wrong with you people? I digress. But I just want to say that it destroys a human being. You see the darkness and the grief in my eyes. I mean, you can't even relate to another person. You walk around and it's just, sadness when you're home at night and the only thing you're doing on Saturday night is sitting with your extended family and having a glass of wine. That's the worst you're doing. And getting up early and going to church and volunteering for church and working. To separate a child from his mother is the most cruel,